Good morning students, welcome to GK class. Today we are going to continue the last class, that is taste and digestion topic. Under that, presently we are discussing about major organs involved in the digestion. In that we had completed 3 organs and 4th organ involved in the digestion and most important organ involved in the digestion process is small intestine. Coming to this small intestine, in the small intestine, the main process of digestion takes place. The first phase and second phase of digestion we had completed. In first phase in the mouth and the second phase in the stomach. After completion of second phase, the food enters into the small intestine. In the small intestine, the enzymes released by the you see the liver and pancreas, like this, some accessory organs are there. We had already discussed in the first class. These accessory organs will secrete some juices for the functioning of the digestion. In the small intestine only, maximum juices produced by the accessory organ pancreas. Like that, if you see, in small intestine, complete digestion of the all macromolecules takes place. In small intestine, pancreas will release some juices to add the functioning of the digestion. See here, in the small intestine, see, absorption of the components also takes place. Absorption means generally in small intestine, if you see, finger-like projections are present in the small intestine. Like these fingers like projections. From these finger like projections, blood vessels connected to the blood, like this, from the finger like projections. Through these blood vessels only, what all the components present in our food, in the process of digestion, it will absorb into the blood through these blood vessels. These are the finger-like projections. If you see, these finger-like projections are 7 meters length. 7 meters length. Okay, these foldings. Okay, these foldings. If you release these foldings, it will take 7 meters length of the small intestine. Totally, it is 7 meters length. From these finger-like projections, blood vessels are connected to the blood. Through these blood vessels only, what all the components present in the food, it absorbed by the blood. And see, in this blood, small intestine, what and all we take from carbohydrates, we get glucose, and from butter, ghee, milk, we get fatty acids. Then from amino acids, from proteins, we will get amino acids. We will see step by step how does this functions. How does this small intestine functions? See, first of all, digestion of proteins. Okay, the proteins present in the food. Okay, the proteins present in the food digested with the enzymes released by the pancreas. What are the enzymes released by the pancreas? Are trypsin, see this, trypsin and chymotrypsin. These are the enzymes secretes by pancreas. Okay, pancreas is one of the gland present in the stomach portion. Okay, in order to release some juices to add the functioning of the digestion. Okay, those juices released by the pancreas Okay, those juices, otherwise enzymes produced by the pancreas adds to the digestion process. The trypsin and chymotrypsin are the enzymes secretes by the pancreas. Okay, this is the gland. These enzymes, okay, these enzymes breaks down the larger molecules, food molecules, okay, which entered into the small intestine from the stomach. Okay, the large molecules, food molecules present in the small intestine in the form of proteins. Okay, those proteins break down into peptides. Those peptides again break down into amino acids, and these smaller molecules, otherwise smaller globules, okay, smaller molecules or smaller globules break down from the peptides, sorry, proteins are break down into smaller molecules or smaller globules called peptides, and then from peptides to amino acids, and through the blood vessels these amino acids absorbed by the blood. In this way the digestion of proteins takes place. In this way the digestion of protein takes place in the small intestine. Coming to digestion of lipids. Lipids means nothing but fats. Lipids nothing but fats. We will get fats from ghee, oil, okay, what we take in food in the form of oil and ghee. These from these components we will get fats. Fats are nothing but lipids. Okay, lipids means fats. Okay, in the small intestine the same pancreas gland along with, otherwise including with trypsin and chymotrypsin, okay, including with trypsin and chymotrypsin, another enzymes called lipases, okay, lipases also secreted by the same pancreas. Okay, these lipases secreted by the pancreas breaks down, see here, breaks down smaller molecules. Lipase breaks them into smaller molecules. Okay, actually what we are discussing here, digestion of fats. The fats present in the food which we intake, those fats break down into smaller molecules with the help of which enzymes secreted by the pancreas? Lipases. Those lipase juice, okay, lipase juice breaks the fats into smaller molecules. Okay, that smaller molecules will enter into intestine villi. See here, these finger like projections of the small intestine are called villi. These finger like projections are called villi. Okay children, villi means the finger like projections called villi. The breakdown, see, fats break down into smaller molecules. Okay, from there these smaller molecules enter into the small projections called villi, from there to blood vessels, there to absorb into the blood. In this way fats are digested in the small intestine with the help of juices called lipases secreted by the pancreas gland. In this way the digestion of proteins takes place by the two enzymes secreted by the pancreas called trypsin and chymotrypsin, and digestion of lipids nothing but fats. Digestion of fats takes place by the enzymes secreted by the pancreas called lipases. Then coming to digestion of carbohydrates.
Okay, the food we take consists of see here, proteins, lipids, otherwise fats, and also carbohydrates. Okay, important thing is our body gets glucose. Our body gets glucose from the carbohydrates. Okay, and the same pancreas, okay, the same pancreas secretes pancreatic amylase. Okay, this is the another type of juice produced by the pancreas gland in the small intestine in order to digest the carbohydrates present in the food which we take, okay, which enters into the small intestine from the stomach. Clear everyone? Pancreatic amylase, okay, secretes by the pancreas. These pancreatic amylase break down carbohydrates into oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides are the smaller molecules, okay, changed from the large molecules of carbohydrates. Large molecules of carbohydrates, okay, breaks down into smaller molecules called oligosaccharides. Okay, these oligosaccharides, that means carbohydrates break down into smaller molecules called sugars. Those simple smaller molecules of oligosaccharides called sugars, okay, nothing but glucose. In this way our body gets glucose from the carbohydrates. Okay, basically carbohydrates are larger molecules. These larger molecules are converted into, okay, into smaller molecules with the help of which juice, that juice is pancreatic amylase, which adds to the functioning of the digestion. These pancreatic amylase break down that carbohydrates into smaller molecules. Those molecules are called sugars, that is nothing but glucose. In this way, from carbohydrates we will get glucose. Then this is about fourth organ involved in the digestion, and the fifth organ, coming to fifth organ, is large intestine. Okay, large intestine. This large intestine is broader than the small intestine, and as well as it is smaller than the small intestine in terms of length. Okay, but in terms of width it is bigger than the small intestine. Around it is 1.5 meters in length, but the smaller intestine is 7 meters length. Large intestine is 1.5 meter length. That means large intestine is smaller than the small intestine in terms of length, but it is wider than the small intestine. What are the functioning of this large intestine means? It will absorb the water, including food. We are taking in water also, okay, that water mixed up with the food, and in the large intestine only that water is absorbed, and wet portion or otherwise dry portion of the digested food is segregated or separated from the food and sent out through this large intestine. That means water is absorbed here, and also vitamins present in the food also absorbed in the large intestine, vitamins. Then it will reduce acidity. See, if you see the large intestine, see the finger like projections are called small intestine, otherwise it is called villi. This small large intestine is over this small intestine. It is wider than the small intestine. Clear? Like this. This is the large intestine. This large intestine is wider and smaller in length than small intestine. In this it will reduce the acidity. Why? Because in the small intestine so many enzymes are releasing. Because of that acids, acidity will increase in our small intestine. Those acidity is reduced by this large intestine around the small intestine. Then if you see the food which we take, okay, food which we take consists of bacteria also, we had already discussed, okay. Because of that, see here the waste material is separated in the form of water is absorbed by the large intestine, and dry portion and somewhat wet portion is separated by the large intestine. In that dry portion waste material is there. Because of that waste material which contains bacteria, it will affect the digestive process, otherwise our human body, in the form of infections, okay. Likewise the large intestine sent out this dry portion from the body, that is waste material, okay, and protect from the infections. This is the main function of the large intestine. It will protect from infections. In this way the digestion takes place in small intestine and after that in large intestine. In large intestine digestion process will not take place, okay, clear everyone. Digestion process will not take place. It will just separate the waste material by absorbing water and protect us from the infections, and sent out through anus. The waste material sent out through anus. This is the digestion process. Okay, one more time I am going to revise what and all we had discussed up to now. See the fourth organ, okay, the fourth organ which is involved in the digestion is small intestine, okay, chinna pregu, small intestine. See, in the small intestine complete digestion will take place. If you observe, if you memorize the previous classes, see the first phase of digestion takes place in mouth through salivary glands secreted by the saliva, and second phase of digestion takes place in stomach, okay, through some acids like hydrochloric acid, okay. With the help of these acids the composed material or larger molecules are divided into smaller molecules, and the main phase, otherwise important phase, complete digestion of our food takes place in the small intestine only, okay. The food which we take consists of carbohydrates, okay, then fatty acids and then proteins, all are digested in the small intestine only, okay. But in the first phase only fibers are going to digest. Fibers are present in rice and wheat. These we have to keep it in mind about the what and all juices produced by the pancreas in the small intestine. In the digestion of proteins, see trypsin and chymotrypsin, these are the, see, trypsin and chymotrypsin, these are the enzymes secreted by the pancreas for the digestion of proteins present in our food. Clear everyone? Then coming to lipids. Lipids is nothing but fats. For the digestion of fats, the enzymes secreted by the pancreas is lipases. Lipase is the one type of juice secreted by the pancreas. This lipase converts fat into smaller molecules, okay. Then for the digestion of carbohydrates, okay, those carbohydrates are converted into sugars or otherwise glucose with the help of pancreatic amylase. You have to keep it in mind. What and all I underlined the important words, those words you have to keep it in mind, those terms, okay. Pancreas releases pancreatic amylase in order to digest carbohydrates. In this way, in small intestine, proteins, fats and carbohydrates are digested by the secretion of juices or enzymes by the accessory organ called pancreas. If you observe pancreas, it is present in the stomach. in this portion, here in this portion, pancreas is present in this portion. Pancreas is nothing but it is a gland. Okay, it is a gland. Okay, this is about today's class. My dear children, please pause this video and note down the important points. And one more thing very important is, up to now we had discussed major organs involved in the digestion process, and one more simple topic is there, that is accessory organs. We will conclude those topic in the next class, and we will complete this chapter in the next class also. Including that, we will practice some exam point of view, exam oriented some MCQs also we will solve in the next class. Okay, thank you very much and have a nice day. Take care.